live. Yeah, should be live now. Just wait until the stream shows up for me. There we go. Stream shows up for me. And let's post it everywhere. So, editing, slam dunk, and then that's Hunter. I'll just put it on Twitter. And let's use the thumbnail whilst we wait for people to show up. And then stream announcements, publish. I gotta keep my eye on the update channel so that it doesn't post the recent tweet there. Anyway, whilst that happens, yes, I've been experimenting streaming over on the MISD channel, doing the as I said on Thursday's stream, doing muted streams where I just edit and I hate that chat is like this. Let me just open it up a little bit. Yeah, so I just edit with OSTs in the background and I don't talk at all. That's been really successful in making sure that I edit a bit more consistently on specific series. So I'm going to try to do that more often. What else? What else do I want to do? What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I've also been making a list of all the series that I could get into and make videos for in the future. Just to have an idea of the type of content that I could get into way down in the line. Just that aspect of it. Let me just open that up so I can show all of that. And let's boom. And the list isn't even over yet. I'm just taking manga that have action in them. So obviously going to be less than this at the end of the day when I go over series by series and list out all the fights. But for now, so far there's 625 fights, a series that I could get into that possibly have fights that I could edit. By the end of the day, when I go over every single one of them, going over to ensure that they're all action and then go into every single series in my anime list, it'll probably go up to maybe 700. I don't know how many series that are action are in my anime list. I'm guessing a lot. Yeah, 7,550 around that period. Yeah, so it's going to be a good chunk of series. And that's just the action ones. I also want to get into sports series as well and make videos for that. So rather than just fights, I also want to do matches in general. And there's like 1,100 sports series that I can get into. So there's a deviation of a different amount of content that I could make. And if, for example, every single series is and hello Kaiju, if every single series is expected to be around, let's say 5 fights on average every single series, that's around 3,000 videos that I could take, 3 to 10,000 videos based on how many fights on average that it'll be. I don't know if I'm gonna go over all these fights and all these series and list every single fight. What I might end up doing is going over, copying all these series, doing a kind of lottery kind of thing, and just whatever comes up first, I'll do a fight video from it. But that's like way down in the future kind of thing. And it'll probably be similar to what I'm doing now, where I do 2 fight videos at the same time for the MISD channel. So I could do a fight video from the request that you guys have and then roll a random pick from any of these series and make a fight video on one of these. and that'll probably be the approach that I'll take, and we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of series, so I want to. There we go. It's finally posted, so I can delete it and focus on editing. But yeah, there's a lot of updating and everything of that sort. But that's like the idea of why I made it. When I want to continue to edit in that specific way. I don't know if I'm gonna stream regularly or not. Streaming helps ensure that I continue to be productive when I don't feel like it. It's like the huge positive. But I'm starting to get to a point where I don't need streams anymore. And that's always been like the case for me. Usually I only need streams for around a month, and then I'll go back to the self-sustaining kind of area, and then I don't need to stream for a while. That's kind of been like the track record for streaming and myself. Where is the video versus 15? There we go. There's a lot of chapters left over in this match. How many was it? I just calculated it as well. 276. So 38 left over. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just keep it as it is and change anything. And let's pull up some OSTs in the background, shall we? So I'm kind of chilling since I just came back from the gym just 40 minutes ago. So I don't mind if we just go to the story OSTs and we'll just play something from there. Let me just mute the PC for a little bit in case the OSTs come out with the huge volume at the start. Good thing I muted it. Alright, let's unmute it, and there you go, OSTs. Hopefully it's quiet enough for you to be able to hear it and be able to hear me as well. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to update the video to add the OSTs. I did plan to, but obviously I'm spending my time on different things, so... Because usually I have the OSTs in the description, but for these videos, I just didn't, so... I don't know when I'm going to add it in. This week I haven't spent as many hours as I'd wanted with editing, so probably not next week, because next week is probably going to be trying to put in 8 hours a day kind of thing. And now that I'm able to work all day, because I hate sometimes just how unlucky I am with getting ill. I get ill on a regular basis, and last week I was ill, so I couldn't apply to jobs. Obviously, because I can't. When applying for jobs, I want to be at 100% when it comes to be able to read and everything. So I didn't apply for jobs during that. And this week I was also again ill throughout the whole week, so I couldn't edit as much as I wanted to, and I couldn't apply for as many jobs as I wanted to. But recovering now. So hopefully I'll be able to sleep on time and maybe get like a good chunk of sleeping hours today. I want to sleep for like let's see, 9 hours, 9-10 hours. That should be able to make up for how little I slept while I was ill. And I'll make sure like I'll take a bath and everything just so I can sleep early. The one thing that I've gotten into, I've been looking into therapy and stuff like that, and psychology of the brain and stuff like that. Because I'm personally planning to go to therapy on Thursday. Nothing in specific, just to ensure my personal belief is everyone should go to therapy, me included, just on a general basis, just to ensure, because the brain is very complicated, and there are times when just because you're feeling okay one day, past experiences may affect decision making and the way that I react to certain things. So I just want to make sure that I'm aware of all of that, and obviously better to talk to a professional about all of that, just so I don't end up making subconscious reactions that I don't want to do or anything of that sort. But yeah, and one of the things that I looked into was dopamine detox. That sounded like it would be beneficial. The only problem is obviously online. Thankfully, there's Dr. K. He went over and explained a lot of it. But obviously online, there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to that specific thing. So I'm thankful for Dr. K for being able to go over it and explain it efficiently. But it seems like a good thing to try. And what it essentially is, hello, nice guy. Yeah, but what it essentially is taking a break from anything that, and obviously that's quoting, so it's not 100% accurate, but from what I understood of it, is taking a 2-week break from certain activities that damage the productivity when it comes to like the way that the brain reacts to it. So when you have to be productive in applying for jobs, but your brain just goes instantly to something that for dopamine hit, that even though you don't enjoy it necessarily, but you just do it to essentially avoid working on specific tasks and taking away that thing. So for me, it'd be like taking a break from binge watching TV shows and taking a break from Discord, and lowering the amount of hours significantly that I work on editing. So I'd lower it to just 2 hours a day or something like that. And during that time, obviously it's preferable to pack your 2 weeks with a lot of activities. And I think that I'll try to partake in it soon. I want to pack it into adding picnics or something like that, or camping, and just go 2 weeks off the grid, just enjoying my time. Just because that sounds like it could. Apparently, what it does is help essentially reprogram the brain into having a better enjoyment system and being up to the task that you do and being productive. So I want to give it a try, see if it works. But going to the videos specifically, I think what I want to do. So I'll bring up the video editing folder. So currently I have this many projects that I'm working on. I think what I'm going to do, rather than, obviously I want to spend regular hours on Promised Neverland, I want to spend regular hours on Slam Dunk, and I want to spend regular hours on Berserk. But I think these are going to be the high priority on a daily basis. So if I were to put a priority for each one, I can't edit it right now, I'll have to edit it off stream. But Slam Dunk would be high priority, Berserk would be high priority, and Promised Neverland would be high priority. And the medium priority would be Palace Invasion and Shingon Senki. And then low priority would be Death of Conan, Dark Continent, Solo Leveling, and the new project. And that way I can, whenever I feel like just editing for 4 hours, I can split those 4 hours to working on just these high priority series, and when I can do more, I can squish in everything else. like after editing the Slam Dunk stuff, if I've done a decent amount of job, I'll probably move on to editing. I don't know what I'll edit after this. Maybe Promised Neverland. We'll see. We'll see. Promised Neverland is fairly easy to get through the specific step that I'm at right now. The step where I'm at with Slam Dunk is just cutting out the panels. After I cut out the panels, then I'll have to cut out the things that I want to motion. And there's a lot of things that I want to motion in Slam Dunk in Promised Neverland. So, but it's nice that by the end of today with Promised Neverland, I'll be able to finally hit the 1%. It took a bit longer than I'd wanted it to, but I'll try to reach each percentage quicker and quicker over time, just so I can stay on top of it and be able to efficiently do more a day and get the project done and released as quick as possible. But one of the main reasons why I want to focus so much on 5 videos right now is when I start a new project, essentially, maybe it's probably going to be Hunter x Hunter anyway. There's no need to even question it. When I start Hunter x Hunter, I'm editing videos for that. I am more likely than not going to be very, very, very busy, and it's going to be hard to do 2 fight videos in one go, like I'm currently doing, Slam Dunk and Hunter x Hunter. So making sure I finish them all and squeezing as many videos as I can during that time period is going to ensure that I stay productive. Let me increase the volume of the OSTs. It's fairly low right now. Ooh, because I think what I'll do after I do like the high priority videos that I want to edit from the request that fans have made is do an order of 1 fight video from fan requests, and then put a lottery of the different fight series that I could edit a fight from, and choose a fight from that manga, and we just keep going. So it'll be just the randomized fights from just very, very different manga. A lot of the videos probably won't even do well at all when it comes to like blowing up or anything of that sort. But hopefully it'll encourage people of my community to check out a lot of the series if it's small. Volume just increased for the OST. I have to decrease it a little bit. But you'll also review all video. What do you mean? I mean, if you mean my reviewing of manga, that is, there's no specific schedule for that. For me, when I review manga, especially for that Amai's channel, it's just whenever I want to. The main focus for me is the motion manga stuff. Reviewing series is like a thing that I do for enjoyment purposes. I mean, they're all hobbies at the end of the day, they're all enjoyment purposes, but it's more so like more lax on the reviewing and stuff like that. Well, yeah, if there's like 30 something chapters left of Slam Dunk and I'm doing like 2 chapters a day, I should be able to finish the Photoshop in like 2 weeks or so, and then I can just move on to video editing. I don't know how long the video editing will take, but hopefully not that long. I really just want to release this as quick as possible. If I edit, usually I can edit 10 minutes and half an hour of video editing. And I think this won't be an exception when it comes to that. So I think essentially I can edit 40 minutes a day. I believe this specific match will be a 4-hour video, 4-5-hour video. So maybe a week to video edit. 2 weeks to finish Photoshop and a week to video edit. So maybe I'll be able to release it in 3 weeks. Hopefully. That'd be great if I could. And then I can just focus my full attention on the Hunter x Hunter video. And then hopefully release that just before I partake in editing not the Palace Invasion, the Dark Continent stuff from the manga. Just it'll be like a nice announcement kind of thing that I'm covering that project. That specific project is going to be fun. Depending on how it goes, I'm going to be adapting that specific approach anyway, but right now, how I'm adapting specific things, it's all different. And what I mean is, for Berserk, it's a monthly series, except for the months that I skipped due to personal or just something happening in that month. For example, I didn't upload an episode this month due to Kentaro dying, at the end of last month. So I just didn't upload an episode at that specific period. Yeah. So that's like for Berserk. Berserk is always going to be a monthly series. And then I have Promised Neverland. Promised Neverland is a fully edited and released series. So I'm just going to keep editing until everything is done and perfected the way that I like it, and then release it all at one go on a weekly basis probably. Or release all episodes in one go. We'll see how that goes depending on what I feel like. And then there's also then there's also Hunter x Hunter, and other series that I'll get into that I'll only edit on a weekly basis, chapter by chapter essentially, or I'll try a weekly basis. There might be weeks where I skip it. It's not like a strict schedule of weekly. It's just I'll try weekly. If I can't hit weekly, then I won't. And then there is, and that will be like keep going weekly until I finish enough content to make a 13-episode season. And then I'll spend time going over the old videos, perfecting them, and then releasing it all. And what else? The other project is the other fully motion project is the one from the tournament, whatever that wins, and that will probably be adapted the same way as Promised Neverland, unless I want to approach it differently. We'll see, because I like the way that I'm approaching Promised Neverland of editing it all and release it all in one go, even though it'll be like 2 years of silence until you actually see something kind of thing. But it's better when it comes to releasing it in the high quality kind of thing. So yeah. At the end of the day, all these projects are projects. As long as they're up to the standard that I like, I'll release them. If they're not, I won't release them. Simple as that. What correcting all descriptions for music and answering comments? Huh? I don't think there's a need to correct any description that I've made in the videos. The descriptions that I've made are good for any description that I made for any video. As far as I remember, all the OSTs have been accurate in the description for the ones that I have edited it in, so there's no need to correct anything when it comes to that. Boom. And answering comments, I don't have time. As I said, I am trying to edit. I have 8 projects that I'm editing on. As unfortunate as it is, I don't have time to respond to comments. I do read majority of the comments, but taking time to respond to every single comment is just would take a bit too much time out of editing, so I don't do it. Wait, is this? Oh, it is part of it. Oh. I don't know what's part of what now. This should be all of one, right? Yeah. One thing that I want to do as well, other than just staying on top of these projects, is continue to upload on the Amias OST channel. As unfortunate as that is, obviously the channel is fairly dead when it comes to productivity. It's very rare for me to upload in there, and the upload schedule is not consistent at all. I wish it was, but it's not. What I want to do is, I wanted to do it this weekend, but I couldn't because of productivity issues. And the Gaara versus Orochi, the music doesn't exist anywhere. As I said, I answered that question already. I didn't have time to put it in. I do plan to, I just don't know when. There is no description for that video. Did YouTube add a description that I didn't know? Yeah, there's no description. I haven't added the description for that video. And as I said already, I've been busy editing, which is I haven't added it, but I do plan to in the future. I just don't know when, because I have 8 projects that I'm working on. But yeah, as I was saying, I do want to upload more regularly on the Amias OST channel. The Amias OST is there to have a mix of all the OSTs that I have. So, just showcasing. I haven't uploaded there in nearly 2 months. Pretty much 2 months. But I have like a decent amount of OSTs there uploaded already. I just want to upload more. How many do I have? Does it say anywhere? I think it says anyway. I should be able to say it in here. So I already have around around 260 or so OSTs uploaded there. Picking OSTs for this specific match is going to be difficult, to say the least. This would be the first. This would be the first sport match that I've ever edited. And after this, there's a lot of sport matches to edit as well, IQ matches. So this is going to be interesting. For the next come in the direction of a MySD for a while. A lot of people will complain and moan, but don't really care. Because a lot of people would want more One Punch Man videos. Don't care. What else? I can't think of anything else of updating worthy when it comes to the direction of stuff. But I think what I'll do for Amaya's OSTs, that's something that I do want to consistently upload into for next week, next Saturday, Sunday, because now that I'm not ill, hopefully next week it'll be better when it comes to that. I won't hopefully be ill next week, starting from Monday until Sunday. So the productivity should be high on the weekdays, and on the weekends, what I can do is obviously still edit Berserk, but also at the same time edit a very, very good portion of OST videos. Just spend a few hours editing a lot of OST videos to have a consistent schedule. At least upload all the battle OSTs that I have, and then I can move on to emotional OSTs, and then I can move on to after emotional OSTs I can go to story OSTs, or like more holy sounding OSTs. So a very wide range of different videos, OST videos specifically. And then after that's done, I can have that channel consistently uploading as much as I can, as rare as I do, just so I can have a very, very, very large collection of OSTs there, so that whenever people be like, oh, what's in here, or what OSTs does he have, or anything of that sort, it'll be there. And what I can start doing as well, since a lot of OSTs that I use don't end up being on YouTube, I can just have playlists for every single series that I edit. So I can say, oh, and that playlist will have the OSTs that I used in the series. So that way, whenever I say, oh, what OSTs are used for solo leveling, I can just link the solo leveling playlist. What OSTs are used in Siren, I can link the Siren playlist, and then so on and so forth. And that would be more efficient in organizing things. It'll be a long process until I have all the OSTs uploaded into that channel, but it'll be worthwhile at the end. In like 2-3 years, when I have all the OSTs that I have uploaded there, it'll be worthwhile. Okay. Hopefully there's more easy panels throughout. I don't know how much of Slam Dunk I'm going to do today. On the weekends I don't try, especially on Sunday, I don't try to edit as much as I usually do on regular days. I do want to spend a decent amount of time on Berserk because it's, you know, the main project, but I don't edit on everything else as much as I usually do. I'll try to do a chapter or so of Slam Dunk, and then I'll move on to editing the series that I've been photoshopping on a regular basis for the past few days. I think what's annoying is I don't know why, but for this channel particularly, when I do play my Spotify playlist, I don't get into as many problems as I do when I play it on the MISD channel. Because yesterday I played Spotify on the MISD channel, and the stream was temporarily taken down. So I just ended up ending the stream there, which is annoying, but I don't know why there's different rules for these different channels. Maybe because of the year that they started on, probably. But yeah. So I wasn't as productive as I'd wanted to yesterday, but I'm fairly new to streaming on the MISD channel, so I don't mind sacrificing a day or two here to get used to this new schedule. I will probably stream daily on the MISD channel, or not daily, 5 days a week on the MISD channel, 2 to 4 hours of streaming. On this channel, probably 2 days a week. I don't know how regularly I'll be able to do the 2 days a week, if I'm gonna do it after a while, but if it gets to a point where I don't feel like needing the 2 days a week that I stream on here, then it'll just be daily streams on that MISD channel. And these streams on the MISD channel are, as I said before, fully muted kind of streams. Productivity has been nice. Okay. I've already edited a chapter of Slam Dunk in half an hour. Photoshopped a chapter of Slam Dunk, but yeah. And Twitter has been very efficient with using it as a update software as an update platform. So like I value one of the issues that I had with a lot of projects that I follow is the inability for them to update regularly. So I wanna have that on my Twitter on a regular basis. At least once a week, I want to tweet a image to showcase the percentage progress for all the projects that I have. So far it's been 2 posts a week, which is not ideal. So I want to change it to once a week I post progress. When was the last time that I posted the last picture? I have no idea. I'll check. I'll check now. It's either gonna be every single Friday or every single Saturday. Last time I posted it was on the 11th, which was Friday. So yeah, every single Friday, I'll be able to post a percentage done of all the projects that I have. And then in between, I can just update about random things. Because at the end of the day, that's what the Twitter is for, to update. Twitter and Discord is there to ensure that people are aware of the fact that I'm still alive and be aware of what I'm working on. So I want to use that to its full capability. I'm glad that I linked those two together. So whenever I make a post on Twitter, it gets sent to Discord. It's annoying when I can't retweet anymore, which is whatever. Or if I do retweet, I have to make sure that it doesn't get posted as an update on the Discord channel. But oh well. It's not that big a video. This really is a long video. A really, really long video. Let's go. Hello, Jura. I kind of want to compare it to other videos to see in comparison how long it is. My longest video that I have is AOT, obviously, and that one was 9,500. Let's just round it up, 9,500 files. This one so far is 1,757. Maybe it won't be as long because each Attack on Titan volume had 4 folders. So for it to be as long as the Attack on Titan video, yeah, actually it might be. It depends. It depends. But I don't think. I think it'll be 4 hours. It's hard to correctly allocate time period for these specific videos, just because when it comes to being so much content, the amount of text included actually matters way more than usual. Like for a weekly series, if there's a lot of text, it goes from like a 6-minute video to a 10-minute video maximum. But on a full match like this, little text to no text goes from like a 3-hour video to possibly 5-hour video. Huge jump in content because of the amount of text included. So it depends on how much dialogue is in this. There's a few panels that aren't hugely filled with dialogue, but there's also huge panels that go into a decent amount of exposition and dialogue and this internal thinking, all of that, and it's hard to pin down exactly how long it'll be, especially since I haven't done a lot of full arc videos. I've only done 3 extremely long videos that are like full arc kind of thing, which is JoJo full arc, what else? Attack on Titan's full arc, and Bleach Everything But the Rain mini arc. And those are the only full arcs, and the Hunter x Hunter video will also be another full arc. How do you keep your storage from getting full? I have a lot of drives and a lot of space in my PC. So like, as an example, this is it. I need to clean it there. There is a obviously decent amount of files here that need to be cleaned, especially in HDD. There's some that needs to be deleted, and I need to run CCleaner, and I can delete probably 40 gigabytes from here. The storage bin has been filled lately. You know, I could do that now. CCleaner. Wait, no, I can't because browser's open. I'll do it later after stream. But yeah, I have, how much was it overall? 3.5 terabytes of space. And what I can do is, for like, when I do get to a point where I use all 3 terabyte of space from my VDD and my HDD, then I will go into removing them into an external hard drive, or there's still 2 spaces to put in some more drives inside the PC, so I might just buy 2 internal ones first, fill up the PC with a lot of drives, and then after all slots are used I can start getting external. There are certain things that I don't need after a while. Like the things that will always be archived. Hello, Living is Tragic. That got really loud. Let's put that down a little bit. But yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, there are only like the things that are urgently supposed to be continuously archived are the videos themselves. I don't want to get rid of these. I made a mistake once before from the Satan channel of deleting all these videos from there, but I don't want to make that mistake ever again. So I'll just make sure to not delete the videos specifically, and but I can delete like the images, the cutout panels and stuff like that. That's something that I can end up continuously doing over the time period. Just to really make up a lot of space, especially for, I mean, I have probably, 100% thousands and thousands and thousands of images. Like just Attack on Titan's video, which is just 4 hours long, alone is nearly 10,000 images. So for like other projects, overall there's probably over 100,000 images cut out and stuff like that, panels in general. Just thinking of all the projects that everything that I've ever edited. This is like one of these periods where I wish I didn't get like at the same time I'm enjoying editing Slam Dunk, but also I wish I picked something shorter, because like uploading on a regular basis is something that I kind of value when it comes to ensuring that I have as many videos done, especially in this year of editing. So it's a shame, but I don't think there are as long of videos for the latest stuff. Well, IQ matches are probably going to be very, very long, around the same length or so of these videos. Probably going to be an hour, 2 hour videos for Haikyuu stuff. What else could be long? Not much after that, to be honest. So essentially what I'm doing right now is going over the long videos and getting them out of the way. After that, it's going to be fairly short videos every now and then, maybe some long videos here or there. I want to go back into regularly uploading Baki, well not regularly, but uploading some more Baki videos as well. there's a lot of videos that I want to edit. It's one of these points where I wish I could live a way longer life. As unfortunate as it is, I won't be able to edit all the videos that I want to do. Going over everything, it's been clear to me that I'm pretty much more likely than not, if I enjoy manga until I'm dead, I'll probably edit until I'm dead, and still won't have done nowhere near what I'd want, how many series I'd wanted to edit. I personally think that I'll be able to enjoy reading manga until the end. I mean, looking at people who grew up with other forms of fiction, like reading stories, people who read, books, continue to read books until their old ages, and read even more the older that they got. So the only problem, obviously, with growing older and older, the speed that I edit in will slowly start to decrease. But technology significantly improves over long periods of time. So in 20 years, I might be able to find a huge step up for me to be able to efficiently upload and have high quality videos. This is kind of like impossible to compare to current generations, just because this current generation that is in the old ages didn't grow up with technology as much as my generation and future generations are. So I am guessing that I won't be able to edit as much due to how old people act, but I may be able to, especially if it's such a huge pivotal part. When it comes to like something being a pivotal part of someone's life on a regular basis, it seems like older people can still do it even when they do get older. They struggle with other stuff, but they can still do their thing that they spent a lot of time doing. That's from what I'm understanding, from what I've seen. So hopefully I'll be able to, based on that, continue to edit for the next 80 years or so. I can imagine it on my deathbed, just sitting on my laptop, trying to edit out one last video. That's one of the things. I want my last video to be a chapter that symbolizes moving on from something. I don't know what kind of series I can get into to really focus on that. Before, the last video that I planned was something that was like 10 hours, I don't even know, probably 24 hours long. Like a very, very long match. Forgot what it was, but it's one of those, like, when you Google longest arcs, you'll find it. It was a very, 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 very long one. It spanned 10 years or something to conclude. So if I were to make a video on that, it'd be like a 24-hour video, which is impossible to, obviously, on YouTube. So it'd be 2 12-hour videos or something. That used to be one of the old videos that I'd wanted to finish editing on, and then it went to trying to do Bleach as a Bleach video or 2 or 3 as the last one to compete with the thing that made me start. But it could change again. The more that I edit, the more that I look forward to, and like I look for more when I edit, essentially. Like one of the things that I do want to do is get to a point where I am editing a very, very large portion and motioning a large portion of series that don't have an anime. I never got an anime or something of that sort. I want to do that. To not only give those for the anime, I guess I am looking forward to it. Not as much as I thought I would, but I mean, it's there. I'm still gonna watch it. Not that excited about it though. Like if I get to a point where I'm motioning Innocent, Vagabond, Holy Land, all these series that are acclaimed that don't have a full adaptation or adaptation at all, that'd be like fairly nice. But I don't know how long it'll be until I do all these projects. That's the problem with that one. This is why I am gearing to being okay with having like hiring assistants for Photoshop and stuff like that. But that's something I'll only do when I have a very stable income that is able to consistently buy dividend shares and also at the same time buy manga and then hire someone to Photoshop. Because at the end of the day, Photoshopping isn't that hard when it comes to this stuff. It's just it takes a lot of time. And if I can cut weeks on weeks of productivity if I hire someone to Photoshop for me. I'll just continue and finish this chapter. It's about to hit the 1 hour mark, but I want to finish this chapter and then I'll switch to editing the other series. But yeah, as I said on the last stream on Thursday, I do plan to typeset the Magic Titan. I haven't got the panels yet, but I do plan to. It's gonna take a while until I do it, but yeah, I have time. It's not like a rush kind of thing. See how that goes. There's no one else is gonna actually translate this. There's not a lot of people reading that series, so that's like the main problem, and the reason as to why no one is translating. But hopefully making a video on it. Either releasing it. I'm probably gonna release it here. We'll push the Shimo-san of Valkyrie fanbase to check that out. And maybe get it enough attention for someone to translate it more professionally. So I have so many ideas of series to cover. Obviously, I want to cover series that, as I said before, don't have a adaptation at all, which is one of the reasons of the current tournament that's going on. But I also want to get to a point where I'm covering series that don't have a full adaptation or a bad adaptation. I don't know when that'll happen. So, for example, let's say that Vagabond does win the manga tournament that's going to be made. It's going to start in a few weeks or so. Let's say that Vagabond actually wins that. I will probably take 2 to 3 years to edit out the Vagabond season and then release it. At that point, there'll be like a huge reset on fanbase on who follows me, either in a good way or a bad way. Either I only get to a point where only just a few thousand people know about me, or I get to a point where this channel is still alive, it hasn't been taken down, and there are, like, it's bounced back from this trend, essentially. I don't mind either, as long as there's some fan base there, as long as I'm still able to upload it on YouTube and everything of that sort. Just the effect that it'll have on the poll will be significant in the type of voters that will be there. So one series that could win one year will win the next year and stuff like that. The requests and the essential type of videos that people will expect will be different. So, like, currently in this channel, people request Shoma-san no Valkyrie videos only, because that's what it started as, and that's what it was been on for a while. But obviously that's changed now to Siren. It's been like that for a few months, although I've took a huge break from Siren. Still on the break from Siren. I don't know when I'll return to Siren, if I ever do. And after this next tournament, yeah, there we go. After the next tournament, the focus will be Hunter x Hunter, so people will expect Hunter x Hunter for a year, because that's at least there's going to be a year's worth of Hunter x Hunter videos. After the Hunter x Hunter videos, there's going to be probably the next series that wins is Magi, so there's going to be a few years of Magi content, 2-3 years. I don't know exactly how many years, but probably around 2-3 years. Let's check now. Holy shit. Yeah. Around 170 videos. Let's just say 170. That is 3 years and a bit. Plus the 1 year from Hunter x Hunter. That's just these two series. After Magi is probably going to be D. Greyman that wins. The Greyman, thankfully, is only 30 chapters, so there's only how many months is that? Yeah, better. 4.85 so far on these two series. What else is after D. Greyman? Did I do Noragami? I think I did. Right, Noragami is probably before all of these series. Let's do how many chapters of... Probably 92 now. So... let's just say 60. Another year and a bit. Let's just round it up to 6. Anyway, 6 years of, more likely than not, is going to be 6 years of all these different contents. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a very, very long period of editing. Now I'll focus on Shin Gonju Senki for the next like 50 minutes or so. See how much I can edit in that period. It opens. There we go. I'm expecting it to be fairly long. Let's just put it at 25 minutes for now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be around 25 minutes. This specific series, I'll just copy that and paste it to everything. And then we'll just go over and start editing. I don't know how long this will take until I finish this, but I'll try to be fairly consistent with it. The Jingaishu, the Jinkaishu. A historical piece of literature that contains the Right, something that distracted me. This is what distracted me. Okay. A historical piece of literature that contains the laws established by the feudal lord of northern Japan during the Sengoku era. Date. Okay. A historical piece of literature that contains the laws established by the feudal lord of northern Japan during the Sengoku era. Date Tanemune. Keep it as that. Within the credits of the recently discovered second volume, there is a modern sounding name that clearly deviates from the time period. This person's background is still a mystery. I think this will actually be a fairly long series. I looked over the original, what's it called? Gonju Senki, and it was a fairly decent length. Like, it's already finished. Let me find it, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Gonju Senki. Like 17 volumes, 177 chapters. It was fairly long for what it was. Not as liked as this one seems to be so far, but it is liked. Add that in here. There's only barely anyone reading it there. But yeah, it's a fairly underground kind of series. I've never heard of it personally, and I only know about it because of the artist group that's working on it. The Summer Siege of Osaka, illustrated on a folding screen, is possessed by the Koreda family, the feudal lord of Fukuoka. On the right side, in front of the stone torii, which is depicted on the middle of the fourth panel from the right. Oh, shit. Strange figures have been illustrated. I wonder when chapter 2 will be translated and released, if it ever does. Murder can't be committed by normal people. Meaning. It's a special talent. I wonder, has this mangaka worked on anything? I'm guessing it's the same mangaka that's worked on both series, yeah. So he's only worked on Gonjo Senki and then Libidos, and then he's working on this now. So first, this one got 6.8 on average by people's perspective. This one got a lower rating, and it seems more like an Ichi series. Although Ichi is not here, but just based on the volume cover. It ended recently. Still fairly long series as well, 7 volumes, and then he moved on to making this one. Seems like it'd be a full focuses on that one. It's not like a one-off kind of thing where it's just in the background. Hopefully it's better than the first one. If the first one the first one doesn't seem as liked, so hopefully better. We'll see. We shall see. Well, a war hero. And a murderer. What's the difference? Mei-chan. No way. I've really... The difference between them, a war hero and not between them, but the difference between a war hero and murderer. From the reviews that I've read about Gonju Senki, it seems that the weakness it has is the development that it puts into its main character. Hopefully that's improved for this one. It seems like there's potential for this character to have development. It's time. I'll think of it. By next time. It's homework. The difference between a war hero and a murderer. Makoto, you bastard. They're totally different. Yeah. Shit. I'm kind of interested in reading the original though. It depends. Let's see how much they translate. What's the intention of this question? I don't know how far Gonju Senki is at right now. A poor answer would end up affirming his crime. I'm hoping Mangadex gets reinstated quick, because Mangadex was a quick, no, it's too fast to jump to conclusions. Quick and easy way to determine how many people actually read the series. More efficient, I'd say, personally, than my anime list. Because obviously people who watch anime mostly use my anime list, and people who read manga aren't that, I'd say, active, even in people who watch anime, in actually listing the series that they read. We're still, but I can get a better idea statistic wise of what kind of series are popular from Mangadex. Thanks for the food. Because this specific series, I don't think it'll be translated more on a regular basis if it doesn't get a consistent translator, obviously, and like one specific translator or small translation group. And it'll only get that if there's a decent amount of readers or others. And Mangadex is like one of the easier ways to reach people, to introduce them to fairly new series. Same DNA. And we were born from the... same parents too. One thing that I'm looking forward to is how the artists kind of become more comfortable with their art style and become better at it. But we're seeing completely different scenery. Like, it seems like they've adopted a more easier to read paneling and different paneling kind of for this series compared to the previous one. We'll see how the art itself progresses throughout. I'm personally guessing there's like 30 chapters out. That's my guess for it. I didn't even find out exactly when it started. I know we probably can in here going, yeah, January. It's been 5 months. So, yeah. There should be in the 21, 22 chapters out right now. Where did we part ways? I feel like we were always different. Why do you question life? Aradia sprouts, ferns, chimichi mushrooms, red pine mushrooms, deer and boars, mountains are brimming with food. The second volume for this series looks nice. That's one thing that I enjoy from that. There's a character from here. I think, like, it looks like the artist group. They do a lot of I wouldn't say copy pasting, but similarities in characters designs between this series and Shumatsu no Valkyrie. Obviously, same artists, so expected. But like, obviously, the serial killer in here, well, not serial killer, but the killer in here looks like Jack. There's another character with red hair that looks like Thor. Let me see if I can find him specifically. I don't think they've tweeted recently in a while. So let's just go to following and scroll down. Chica. Let's see, she's probably posted it fairly recently. Because the volume comes out in a few days. There's part of it. I wonder what she's talking about in here. Volume 2 of Shingano uses flowers to add gliss, but from among these two personal albums, it became a lithium with an emphasis on appearance. When I think about it now, it's become a flower language that emphasizes rather to people. What's this? I also think that Brunhart illustrates that was glimpsed in the cover of Xenon last month will be recorded in volume 11, but it's also covered with flowers because I'm completely addicted to the flowers. Flowers are nice, whatever these flowers are from to the warriors. This looks nice. But yeah, before got distracted. There's a few panels. I'm guessing this is the magazine cover. This looks interesting. But this is the volume cover. Volume number 2, which comes out in 5 days. This dude looks like Thor. At least this one is different. He doesn't look like anyone of the main cast from Shaman of Valkyrie. I'm more interested in this dude's design than him. This one, I don't know, it's good design. Catches my eyes. No. Crops grow in fields. And the ocean has salted fish swimming around. Even though nature is trying so hard to nurture life. You want to kill people? Or is it false charges? Oh, his younger brother. I heard his whole family broke up. Scary. Mirochi. Michiro. You took your time. But yeah, specific panels look like the main character will have a dilemma in the future and maybe develop. Maybe. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully the translator group that's translating this continues. Have you been able to go home? You better show up at the next Mount Yuri. What? You better show up at the next Mount Yuri meeting. Well, the media has calmed down. But now I'm busy because of the trial. Have you been studying for the civil servant exam? So. But you know. If your family has committed a crime, you can't become a civil servant, right? Probably. Well, it's still undecided, right? He might be innocent. I wonder if the original actually got a official translation. I don't think it did. I don't think there's a lot of series that just are left never to be heard of again, and seeing how unpopular it is, I'm guessing it never got a full translation. Yeah, it's just never got an English translation. But it's a live action with no anime. Yeah, you're right. There's actually a lot of manga that just don't have a translation. As unfortunate as it is, there's a decent amount of magazines that just haven't been picked up to be translated by scanlator groups. If his older brother doesn't believe in him, who will? Nagano Prefecture, U City. Detention Facility U. Capacity of 387. Oh wow, so 387 people. Oh, there's 41, but still 41 that are at large, but there's still so many that I've transported here. This can actually be a very, very, very long series. I'm hoping it does well. And maybe having the Aja Chicken name will boost it up in sales compared to the first. I don't know how well the original sold. Criminal defendants. Index A prisoners. Unconvicted prisoners. Death row prisoners. Oh, this guy looks like the one who's in the cover. Maybe? No, it's probably different. He's got skulls on his face. Different to the scars that's on the other dude's face. All kinds of prisoners are incarnated here. What incarnated? All kinds of prisoners are incarcerated here. Michan, did you get tanned again? Yeah. You get to shower twice a week, right? Why is your hair so smooth? I can't tell which one of us is the prisoner. Oh, it's nothing. Let's extend it a little bit. It's probably gonna might be able to reach the 30-minute mark. But yeah, let's extend it a little bit. I want to at least finish one folder, but it's like it's very, very doable. Been editing for 30 minutes and I've already done nearly 6 minutes. And that's probably going to be the progress for the slam dunk video as well. Where I am editing a minute every 5 minutes, something like that. So in an hour I want to be able to edit 12 minutes of the video. So 25 minutes a day. I might be able to speed it up a bit more. It'll be faster for slam dunk. Slam dunk panels are boxes are a bit smaller. How's college life? Yes, I think so. I have my hands full between the mountain and my paper. I have my hands full between the mountain and my part-time job, but I'm hanging in there. I see you're not doing. I see you're not doing judo anymore because you already have it done. Oh. Your civil servant exam is coming up, right? Yeah. That's always been your goal, but why did you want to join? The Mountain Rescue Team. Well, you know, job security. Because I don't like the current ox. Even if I told you I want to save lives in the mountain, you wouldn't understand, so I won't tell you. We used to go mountain climbing with Dad. I'd like to go again for the first time in a while. Mountains are good for thinking over stuff. Like the homework you gave me. You remembered. I think the difference between a murderer and a war hero is whether or not there's a good cause. I don't think so. Even modern murderers, I think the majority of them commit crimes for their own good cause. Well, so what do you think the difference is? Era is the only difference. That would be an affirmation of murder. Nice. You're basically telling us that you did murder someone. This editing is going smooth. Nice. To be able to hopefully release it in the next 2 days. Hopefully. My younger brother is being persecuted for the attempted murder of his friend. On February 7th, 9 p.m. Inside the apartment where friend A lived, he's being accused of strangling his friend with a power cord. Even though it's been 2 months since the incident, the victim is yet to regain consciousness. In response to his charges, my brother has been repeating an ambiguous testimony. Please say that you didn't do it. At least get him probation. Please say that you didn't do it. At least let him get probation. I've had enough of my life being disrupted by you. I'm not living in your shadow anymore. That's a huge benefit, and I think that'll help speed up the process of editing the slam dunk video, because I don't have to zoom in much due to how low quality the panel is. Like zoom in and zoom out a lot of stuff. I can use one specific scale and copy paste it to everything, and the amount of zooming in and zooming out to ensure that the panel is structured perfectly in the middle of the screen won't be as much as usual for the other videos. So hopefully that'll speed up the process so I can put out that video as quick as possible. He's always been ranked in the top 3 of his grade, and he even got into med. It's cool. As for sports, he joined the tennis team and he placed first in state. On top of that, he has overwhelmingly good looks. As for me, I've been grappling with sweaty dudes to gain an edge in the police officer exams with judo. I've always been jealous of your lifestyle. But Makoto has been occasionally displaying his abnormalities. Although I think it wasn't perceived by anyone outside of family. Yeah. And go to the next one. Even though there's only 4 folders, technically there's 3, so maybe I'll be able to finish it tomorrow. Depending on how much more I edit in this next, it won't be a lot in the next 10 minutes. I should be able to finish video editing tomorrow and release it in 2 days. Yeah, it's still 2 days to release it. I will announce the verdict. The defendant is It's over. Don't sit here, Michiro. Come on, stand up. Kitamura, so lawyer. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison. Katamura, is there any hope in the third trial? It will be difficult. Your brother refuses to testify the way we planned. I'm sorry. What kind of child was your brother from your perspective? Did he show any traits of criminal behavior? He eats frequently. Play around with lives. Stop it, Makoto. Don't abuse living things. Abuse? You're wrong. My whole body's sore right now. I want to know how living things work. I did 3 days ago now. At night I did a full body cardio workout, and I went all day in with it, and because of it my whole body aches. And I went to the gym today as well. I couldn't lift as strong. One, I haven't slept properly in the past few days because I was ill. Two, I'm still like not as bad but still fairly ill today, so I couldn't lift as much as I'd wanted to, unfortunately, but at least I still lifted as much as last time. I just wanted it to increase by a few reps more. Do you know, Michan? But I have a better schedule for things now. I eat a bar and a Life is a protein bar, and I drink creatine in the morning right before my workouts. What? So that's will help way down. I mean, it'll take a while until progress shows, but in a few months it'll help progress a lot. So this incident is an extension of that. No, I don't think. But deep down, I've always been afraid of him. You never know. what what he plans on doing. Yeah, put it at 5. Two days from now, let's talk with your brother one more time and decide our defense strategy. Just like how you can't choose your sex, you can't choose your family and relatives either. Rather than moving that forward, I'll move this back. That's why I did it to begin with. There. I'm forced to shoulder the consequences of his crime, just because we share blood. What are brothers? I'm glad you come by so often, Kitamura. Just returned from the mountains, Michan. Sorry, it seems like you just had an afterthought. Higashitora. Higashitora Mountain is nearby, right? I love that mountain. Makoto. In the previous trial, why didn't you stick to the plan for your testimony? What is it that you want to do, Makoto? Makoto. You know, I heard from the inmates across from me. Remember the incident from the... blah 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 blah. Okay. Remember the incident from 3 years ago where an entire school building in Shigaku Prefecture disappeared, leaving a giant hole in the ground? I'd rather drag these because I wanna... this. Yeah. The person across from me claims that he's a survivor from that incident. At first I thought it was a made-up story. Makoto. But it's pretty well made. According to that person, they were sent to the Sengoku era. Makoto. I'll keep going until the scene ends, and then I'll end the stream over here. I don't know what actually happened, but the Sengoku era is Makoto. Answer me. What really happened? Your friend. Did you try to kill him, or did you not do it? Makoto. I want to save you. You know what? I'll add more. They're important panels. But it's an important panel. So I might add in a few frames that sticks in there. What you really want to save is is yourself from becoming the older brother of a murderer. Yeah, I'll keep it as that as well. Keep it long. I may have been born in the wrong era. And here, I'll finish the rest whenever. So far, nearly 14 minutes is edited, and all that's left is this. Looks like it'll be a 26-minute video or so. For the first chapter, that's actually decently length. It'll probably start decreasing. I think the second chapter will probably be around the 20-minute mark, and then it'll be around 8 minutes every chapter. I wonder how regular it'll be updated. I wonder if chapter 2 is released yet. Is there actually a subreddit for this series? Let's see what people thought about this series. Okay, so this is the translator. So it looks like the prequel, the original series, wasn't actually fully translated. But there doesn't seem like there are a lot of people reading it. Let's go to the link. Credits. Scans of Mitsuda. Scans of Mitsuda. Oh, so they do Kengan. Okay, so they might be regular with it. They probably will be fairly regular. Looks like the original wasn't translated much. But I like the first volume cover, and the second volume looks nice as well. Oh. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully the translators will be on top of it on a regular basis. There are a lot of chapters. I don't think they'll be able to catch up to it for a while, especially if there aren't a lot of readers, thus not a lot of help when it comes to a lot of things, but hopefully they'll be able to catch up to it fairly quickly, especially after they finish the long chapters. I don't know how many. Now, I do want to check one thing before I end the stream. I want to check the length. It's been a while since she posted. I'm gonna have to go all the way back to January posts, because I want to find the link that she posted to the first chapter, because it was released on a website to read for free. I wonder if the whole series is released on that website. Because this link. There's an app. Okay. Is it on iTunes only? Or is there a Android? Let's see what the app is called. It's not loading. Okay. Get it on my own time. It's probably called something like the engine. There's a decent amount of people reading it there, so that's good. In Japan, anyway. 87,000 likes, so that's good. I'm gonna look at the rules to prepare myself, see if the second chapter is good. I can make a 5 video out of this as well. Let's see. Oh, looks like he's related to the dude that's probably gonna be killed by his brother. Nice. Okay, it looks like it's going to be interesting. The art is amazing as it is. Okay. How many pages was that? Like 30 something pages? 2 of them double panel pages. So, double panel spreads. So, technically around 30 pages for the next one. Hopefully, and there isn't a lot of, there's a decent amount of text. There's a lot of panels with not much text. So, I am hoping that. Not like a long just refresh. Yeah, 39 pages. Take away the two that are double panels, so 37 pages. So it's half the length, and it's probably even shorter as time goes on, as you see different characters being introduced. He looks like he could be an interesting character. Oh wow, it's only up to chapter 17. The update isn't as regular. Obviously this started January 1st. I don't know why it says March, but let's just keep going until, so this is, I'm guessing, is what actually got updated on March. On 11th, 18th, 25th, and then there were 2-week break between 3-week break even between 10 and 11, and then 2-week break between 12 and 13, 2-week break between 14 and 15. So 18 might be, it's not like a fully regular release schedule. Hello, Shakai. Well, at least it's liked by a lot of people. I'm gonna have to see if YNGN is actually available on Android. I doubt it'll be available for me to YNGN. J. You see on the website. Oh, they have a decent amount of series that's actually on the on here. They do have a. Okay, so let me just find that here. I want to get this up, see if it's something similar to Manga Hot, where I read Shomasan Bakuri. See if the panels look good. Okay. Not available in your country. Unfortunate. You can probably play around and download it. There's a lot of 1-star reviews in here. More recently than not. But yeah. Oh. At least there's a decent amount of chapters done. 16 more. And hopefully they'll be able to catch up to it soon. Especially since there isn't a consistent weekly release. There are weeks where they take breaks. Hopefully that'll give the translators enough time to be able to catch up to it. Like, I think even if they translated a chapter every week or 2 chapters a week, they'd be able to catch up fairly quickly at a later point in time. But we'll see. See how it goes after this one. It's just a shame that for a series that has a fairly decent first chapter, there's only like 54 people reading it on my anime list. MangaDex still hasn't been fully updated yet, so it's harder to see how many people are reading it, but yeah. Anyway, this chapter should be released in 2 days, hopefully. Tomorrow I'll finish video editing. I might be able to also choose OSTs tomorrow, not just video edit. So I might be able to release it tomorrow, we'll see. Depending on how long it takes to choose OSTs for this series. What else? Oh. I will spend the majority of time that I have left to edit, I'll spend it on Berserk. That'll be the main focus. What else? And yeah, other than that, I won't like edit a lot today. It's the weekend and it's Sunday, so I don't edit usually on the weekend. And then tomorrow we'll go back to editing. And we'll see how that goes. I think this week I haven't. Honestly, I don't think I've edited much at all. Thinking back, let's just open up the monthly. I don't know how many hours I did on Wednesday or Thursday. I have to look over that. I can actually find out on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday I did 6 hours. Saturday I did 4 hours, and today I'm probably gonna do 4 or 5 hours as well. And then overall it'll probably be so I'm guessing 4 on these other ones, and then Saturday obviously it was 6, and then 4, and then 5, and then 5, so 30. It could actually be the same amount of hours as last week, maybe a little bit more. Last week was 30 hours, this week may actually reach 33 hours. I do want this specific week to have way more hours. Waking up, I'm gonna try to completely wake up at 4 AM every single day, so that I can wake up, eat breakfast by 5 AM, and then edit from 5 AM till whatever, apply for jobs, edit, play games, edit, apply for jobs, edit, so on and so forth. So that I can edit like 7 hours a day, 6-7 hours a day. Because if I can edit 6 hours on average every single day, then I can put it up to 40 hours. If I can put it up to 40 hours a week, that would be like decent. More productivity than the first week. And on average, a working week is 35 hours. So I'll be working more than a working week, but it's not a job, so yeah. And then for good weeks, so if I have a good week, like for example, if this week is a good week, then I can edit like 10 hours a day, and I can edit 70 hours. If I wish I have a good week. Good weeks are very rare to come across. I'm not even sure what week I'm talking about. But yeah, if this week is a good week, then I can put in like 70. Sorry. I can put in like 70 hours. 4 hours in the beginning, 4 hours later, and then 2 hours. Oh, about 10 hours a day. That's possible in a good week. I don't know how good weeks are rare to come by there. That's the problem. But I'm hoping that by the end of the week, by the end of this month, I'll have a good week. I want to have a good week every 2 months or so. Despite how rare they come, they're really, really effective. Because it's essentially 2 weeks worth of editing in 1 week. So like essentially it'd be this week's worth of editing combined with this week's worth, or expected worth, which is 40 hours. I can do that in 1 week, and hopefully I can do that in here. What else? Can't think of anything else, honestly. But it looks like for the end of this month, I'll have like 150 hours worked a month, which is like divided by 30 days is 5 hours a day, which is fairly good, fairly average hours. I think on the higher end when it comes to the July and onward, when it comes to time set in July, it'll be more, yeah. It'll be around the 170 hours. I'm guessing it'll be 170 hours, which is on average closer to 6 hours a day. But yeah, I don't want to ramble too much. Editing is done for the stream. And okay, everything is done. I'm really tired, so I'll go. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. I'll wake myself up and get to editing Berserk, and hopefully do a decent amount of work on that today. so I can on top of that, and I can finish that episode earlier than the release date, and then I can be on top of the future production of the future episodes, and enough to be able to release 2 episodes in December, because that's the plan, and also be on top of Promised Neverland and the other projects that I have. But I don't want to rumble too much. This is one of the reasons why I don't want to stream too much, because I ended up repeating the same thing that I say. But yeah, this will be the end of the stream. I'll probably won't stream next Thursday. At least not in here. I might stream on the MISD channel, just for me to stream editing. But on this channel, the regular streams will go down. It'll either be on Sundays or Thursdays, but I'll be taking a week break and finding out exactly what day of the week I should stream on more efficiently to get production out of it. More likely than not, it's going to be Sundays, but we'll see. We'll see. Because Sundays is the day that I try to go in more work at the gym. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time, whenever that may be. See ya.